The foreshadowing in this work is also amazing. Pokemon has foreshadowing here and there. It's fun to find them when they're posted. That's right, there are often wonderful foreshadowings like this. I can think of it. I want to know more. This time, I can't stop getting goosebumps because of Reimu. I'll try to explain the foreshadowing. Real, I'd love to ask you to do it. Please note that it also contains spoilers for the game. Be careful. Well then, please take it easy. Please take it easy. DLC foreshadowing. First of all, some foreshadowing regarding the release of DLC. Let me explain. Yeah, there was such a thing. Quote. This foreshadowing is laid out in the SV of this work, located in Chandpur town. In the treasure cafeteria, which was also used as a venue for gym battles. That happened. What the hell happened? Actually, on the wall of this treasure restaurant, regarding downloadable content released by the official, the poster shown in the video, the same thing was discovered. It's true, the same thing is posted. Quote. Something like the pattern depicted on this poster. A legendary Pokemon that appears in the first part, Blue Mask. It's good, it's Mishimashira, it's like Kichi Kigasu. As you can see from this. Since the SV was released, it has already been release of downloadable content. It was decided that these three would appear. It will be, regarding additional content in such places. I had no idea you were foreshadowing. Quote. But why Takara Shokudo? That's just a guess, but in Zero's treasure. It has the word backquote treasure in it. The theme of this work, treasure hunt. I think it's related. If you say so, it might be. Also, there are mysterious characters written on the poster, because similar characters can be found in LA. Only seems to suggest some kind of relationship. I can't think of it. Moreover, BDSP has a deep relationship with LA. Very similar characters have been confirmed. That's right, a new blue mask appears on the blue disc. Character Cesare too. There are similarities with Law's character Seiki. Because it was a hot topic. It seems like some important secret is hidden. Also used as a signboard for Kitakami. Because there were similar characters. I'm sure there's something. With this additional content, foreshadowing can be recovered. I hope you do. I'm looking forward to that aspect as well. Foreshadowing of SM release. Next, regarding the 7th generation SM. I'll explain the foreshadowing. There was also a foreshadowing of the game's release. This foreshadowing was discovered in the 6th generation XY. What is it? There are a total of 6 in the Kalos region, the setting of XY. There's a hotel. Talk to the backpacker there 4 times. I can get it. An item called a mysterious item. There's a hidden foreshadowing. What do you mean? The explanation of this mysterious object is as follows. Backquote, it's far away from Kalos. Modeled after a Pokemon that is said to be a protector. It says, Okamono. No way. Also, the backpacker who gives you the item. There's a line in the story about where you're from. It's quite far away from the Kalos region. That's what I'm saying. This is the setting for the games that have been released so far. It is also said that it is not a local area. From this and the item description, I know it's the Alola region. I didn't expect there to be a foreshadowing of the SM release. I didn't think it was hidden. By the way, this is a mysterious thing. It has no use in the main story. Why does something like this exist? And, some people may have had doubts. That's right. Even though it was so meaningful, I couldn't use it for anything. What was strange, similar items are available in the 7th generation SM. It will appear. It's exactly like XY's, too. It's something that can't be used. After all, just to foreshadow this. Does that mean it was a tool that existed? Maybe that's what happens. Foreshadowing of Aura's release, subsequently. I'll explain the foreshadowing regarding the release of Auras. There was even a foreshadowing of Auras. This foreshadowing is also XY as before it's been discovered. It's about Tierno, the protagonist's friend. It's hidden in the words. Backquote, the wandering rocks gather together and dance for everyone. I got it when I showed it to you. About RS League champion Daigo. I'm talking. Daigo is known for his love of stones. The amazing thing Tierno got from collecting those stones. After that conversation, the stone. I'll give it to the main character. That stone turned out to be Pidgeotto. Yeah, but why is that stone called Pidgeotto? Did you understand? The identity of the stone was revealed. Actually, it was within Auras, which was released later. There is a foreshadowing in the remake version of RS itself. It will have been collected. Also, Umipan Yuru's backquote all the way to Hoenn. I just swam out of the sea, but I'm still doing well. Comments regarding the RS stage. A couple in Miare City celebrates their 40th wedding anniversary. Ruby, 45th anniversary is Sapphire. The dialogue hints at the release of the remake version. So, it seems that it was thought that. Words that clearly remind me of RS. It's what's inside. I didn't expect to hear anything about auras in the NPC's conversation. That thing was hidden. I can't hide my surprise. Moreover, the existence of Daigo is revealed again in the 6th generation. No one thought it would be possible to confirm. For those who played the 3rd generation, that must have been a nice surprise. Son of Sakari. Next, I will explain about Sakari's son. Yeah, Sakari had a son. Sakari has appeared since the 1st generation. Boss of Team Rocket. Through the work of the first protagonist, He is also the person who was forced to disband the group. He was also a gym leader at Takiwa Gym. Sakari's son is actually the second generation of Gold and Silver, a rival of the main character who appears. It's Silver. Oh, that's right. I had no idea. This Silver says, although each person is weak, gather together and show off. People who think they're great. I really hate Team Rocket. Distributed in the movie Illusionary Champion Zoroark. Seen on Celebi. At an event at HGSS, Sakari's son is said to be Silver. There's a definitive depiction. What kind of event was it? With the power of the distributed Celebi, the main character, I'm going to see a certain scene from the past. Sakari and Silver are there. I'm talking to Team Rocket about disbanding. As you can see from that scene, Team Rocket was destroyed by one child. Disappointed by his father and boss, Sakari, Silver, he started to view Team Rocket as an enemy. You couldn't accept that your father lost. However, in the game, Silver, I'm using Nidoking. Nidoking's Gym type is Sakari. Maybe it was the type 1 was using. I feel like it's not just a feeling of dislike. Despite my disappointment, I still respect my father. Maybe there is a part. Button's father. Next, I will explain about Button's father. Ah, the one we were talking about in Area 0. The Button appears in SV, star groups. Make it a serious boss. Characters heading to Area 0 together. One person. There's a lot going on with the star group. You came together to repay the hero, right? Button's father is actually from the 8th generation Sword and Shield. Appeared in downloadable content. It's thought to be a peony. Exploring the crested snowy field with my daughter Shikuya. That peony? ? Quote. Ah, that's right. The main characters, Pepper and Nemo in Area 0. And when I visited with the Button. His voice is huge, his skinship is terrible. They call me something weird like Boda-chan. And, they are talking and Peony also mentions Shikuya. Because I call her Shaku-chan. This is completely consistent with the Button story. Oh, it's true. Only Peony can call me this strange name. ! Quote. Also, the fact that she is from Galar. Also because his father has clearly stated that he is annoying. There is a strong theory that Peony is the father. I feel bad that people are calling me annoying. And the name of the flower Peony in English. Because it translates to peony. There seems to be no doubt that it is a parent-child relationship. By the way, if you stand up, you'll feel like a peony, and if you sit down, you'll feel like a peony. There is a saying that the way you walk is like a lily flower. There is also a theory that they are sisters with Shikuya. In the story, you can see the connection with the previous work. I'm so happy. I never thought I'd seen Botan's father already. I can't believe it happened. No one thought about it until they heard this story. I guess you didn't? That's right. Still, they don't look alike. Doctor video. Next, I will explain about the doctor's video. Who is the doctor? This is a foreshadowing regarding SV. This work has different doctors depending on the version. In the Scarlet version, the female Dr. Orum. In the Violet version, the male Dr. Futu. Each will appear. At the end of the story, they are actually not real. It turned out that the AI was very similar to the individuals themselves. It became clear. That's right, Pepper is definitely not my parent. It seems like you figured it out. The fact that this doctor was an AI. Actually, I first saw it in the principal's office. There was a hint hidden in the footage from the communication. That's right. Was there a place where you could tell it was AI? This is the video in question, but it looks normal at first glance. It looks like the doctor is talking. However, if you look closely at the mouth, it clicks like a machine. There are times when I'm moving. Does that mean they are actually AI? That's called. Apparently it was a foreshadowing. I see. That was revealed at the climax. Even during the final battle, he moves like a robot. This is the first video. Because we were similar, that's what the internet seemed to think. The result was a sad ending, but the theme of this work is partly because it was a treasure hunt. About bonds with friends, Pokemon, and family. That was a wonderful ending. That's right. However, in reality, mysteries still remain. Revealed in downloadable content. I'm looking forward to becoming one. Yeah, that's right. Galar 3 birds. Next, I will explain about the 3 Galar birds. I'm sure it's the first semi-legendary Pokemon, the 3 birds. Was it Galar's form? That's right. In the downloadable content of the 8th generation Sword and Shield, the 3 Galar birds will now appear. Actually, there is a foreshadowing in the story of this Sword and Shield. It had been discovered. This is also my first time hearing it. When you go to the treasure house in Knuckle City, looking at the tapestry. Sonia talks about the history of Galar. He'll talk to me. As for the tapestry displayed there are occasions to mention. Is that so? What on earth is it like? There are 4 tapestries in total. .. 2 young people looking at wishing Iboshi. .. Disaster comes. A confused young man, a young man who sees a sword and shield that drive away disaster. A young man wearing a crown. Sonia will tell you. In the final tapestry, a young man who resembles Zacian and Zamazenta. The appearance of 3 birds flying above. I can confirm it. Oh, it's true. I had no idea it was drawn in a place like this. ! Quote. It seems that not many people noticed it at first, in downloadable content. After the appearance of the 3 birds of Galar was released, I think there were many people who were surprised. The semi-legendary Pokemon that was in the first generation is region form. I hope it will appear again. You wouldn't even think of it. By the way, even though it is a region form, it's completely different from the original Pokémon. That's what they say. Is that so? However, those who have been playing since the first generation, it gets me excited. Of course I feel the same way. Foreshadowing of SV release. Next, about the foreshadowing regarding the SV release. Let me explain. There was a foreshadowing there. Ah, that's right. It is in the 8th generation Sword and Shield. Hotel Ionia in Kirkstown. Go to the left side of the hotel. There's a place at the back of the lobby that's off limits. Wallpaper for those restricted areas. If you look closely, what an orange and grape wallpaper. It's posted. Yeah, there is a foreshadowing of the SV release. Question mark quote. Moreover, this wallpaper was shown in the SV announcement video. The same thing is shown in the SV preview. Each side of the door has. There was an orange and grape plate. The bowl containing these two fruits is also. I was able to confirm that it was on the table. Some people noticed a foreshadowing from the preview video. There might have been. The foreshadowing of the new release is a mess. It gets me excited! Exclamation mark quote. Furthermore, even in BDSP, there's a foreshadowing regarding SV. Exists. The color of the flowers in the flower bed near the exit of Futaba Town. Unlike the days of DP, only in the remake version, the color is scarlet. It's turning violet. The person who found this is amazing. Other similar flower beds seem to still have the same color, so very few people would have noticed. If you think about it, some of the SVs will also be 10th generation. There may be hidden hints. Ah, that's right. Thinking like that makes the game even more fun. I guess I'll try my best to find it too. I unexpectedly found it. Daipa remake. Next, about the foreshadowing regarding BDSP. Let me explain. It seems like there are quite a lot of things related to remakes. In LA, which was released around the same time as BDSP, to make medicine from Gregul's poison. I'm asked to capture it, when actually carrying out the request. He was prescribed a medicine made from Gregul's poison. There is a character named Fukami who has recovered from lower back pain. Gregul's wood carving with gratitude. I'm going to make a figurine. Gregul's poison is amazing. Gregulu made by that Fukami. A figurine. It's in the 4th generation DP's Nomo City. Friendly shop and, also in Hop's room in the 8th generation Sword and Shield. It was placed there. I didn't notice it at all. From this, when Sword and Shield were released, it has been decided that a remake version of DP will be released. Apparently it's possible. Also, in the encyclopedia description of Gregul's shield, if you dilute the poison, it becomes medicine. He became a popular mascot for a pharmaceutical company. It is written, a medicine discovered in the Jade region is now available in the Galar region. It can be seen that it has penetrated. Is it truly the invention of the century? Many people died due to Greg's poison. You helped me. The Jade region is the current Sinnoh region. This Greg figurine is released by BDSP. No wonder people say it's a foreshadowing. By the way, Gregul was written in the encyclopedia. Seems to be very popular. Gregul's face can be seen in the Platinum version. There's also a signboard. That's right. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I never thought there would be so much talk now. I never even thought about being connected. Pokemon is really interesting. That's right. Old poem. Next, about old poems from LA. Let me explain. Come to think of it, it was falling all over the place. Old poems at Gachiguma Ride in LA. Something that can be discovered. Various things related to the Jade region. It's written down. That's right, it had nothing to do with the story. There may be some people who didn't collect it. Some of the old poems include, I will spend eternity here, until someone with a mission appears. There is something written. From this sentence, it is the presence that guides the protagonist. The Kagato family. That he is the person who wrote the old poem. I understand. This means that the Kagato family has always been. It means they were waiting for the hero. That's what it is. Also, in other poems, the Kagato clan used to be. It is also written that they moved to the Sint ruins. In the actual conversation with Sirona at the Sinto ruins, from Sinnoh to this place. There were people who were depressed. They thought of Kokio. You built a Shinden here. It's clearly stated, as you can see from this story, a long time ago in the Sinnoh region. The Kagato clan that lived. Cross over to Johto and see the Shinto ruins. I know what you made. Sinto ruins to Sinnoh people. It was made. After that, the descendants of the family again returned to the land of Sinnoh. A person with the mission of being the main character. It is said that he was waiting. I had no idea there was such a connection. Moreover, in the movie version of Arceus overcoming time and space, it applies only to distributed individuals. By taking you to the ruins of Alf, there is an event where you can go to the Sinto ruins. Because there is, I feel a connection in this point as well. I think LA especially has a lot of foreshadowing. Mysterious statue. Next, about the mysterious statue. Let me explain. What do you mean by statue? This is in Hakutai City in DP. It's actually a mixture of Dialga and Palkia. It's being said, when you say that, you can definitely tell the characteristics of the two bodies. I might have caught it. The reason why the statue is a combination of these two bodies is, back when the Sinnoh region was still the Jade region. According to the LA story, Hisui has the Kongu group and the Shinju group. Every group has the existence of Sinnoh-sama. I believed. However, although the name is the same, both groups are actually. The being you believe in is completely different. That's probably why they had a conflicted relationship. Both are Sinnoh-sama, but each worshipped the other. However, as the story progresses, they believed in their own Sinnoh-sama. Team Kongu and Team Shinju noticed that, successfully reconciled, time begins to move due to Dialga. Space was created by Palkia. Because it is said, let's talk about what each other worships. Because the perceived conflict between the two groups has disappeared, it is said that a statue was made of the two bodies together. Being considered, it's not a remake, it's a new work called LA. How about collecting foreshadowing? All I can say is that it's game-free. In addition, each group worships Sinnoh in the existence of Arceus, the creator. It can also be confirmed in LA. We know that there were multiple Sinnoh lords. There are a lot of Sinnoh-sama and it's confusing, but it's refreshing to know the truth. Ah, you're right. This is also a special character of the main character. I guess it's thanks to you. As expected, Arceus would approve. Tenkai no Fu. Next, about Tenkai no Fu. Let me explain. What kind of swelling is it? Tenkai no Fu got Arceus. It was an item necessary too. Since the data was missing when DP was first released, the item itself did not exist. That's right. I didn't know. Therefore, the way to get Arceus is in the movie version of Arceus's overcoming of time and space. It was designed to be distributed at theaters. There were several distribution events after that, but in the end, no swells came out. Is there a theatrical distribution? In this way, it is clear that the increase in energy actually exists. I haven't been there for a while. BDSP and LA released. These two are linked and carry out Law's main mission by preparing all cleared save data. What's in the room of the main character of BDSP? A large number of feathers will appear. Yeah, that means beyond 16 years. Be able to summon Arceus. That's what happened. By the way, I was the director of DP at the time. Mr. Junichi Masuda. Tenkai no Fu. Please try playing it at that place. Mentions. Mr. Masuda has also been thinking about Tenkai no Fu. It was in my head. This development really gives me goosebumps. You can get Arceus, the creator. The opportunity has finally come. For those who were kids when DP was released, touching foreshadowing and isn't that what happened? Of course it wasn't distributed at that time. Isn't this an opportunity for people too? To Mr. Masuda and everyone involved in the production. Thank you. Sazanka picture. Next, about the Sasankwa painting. Let me explain. What kind of foreshadowing is this? Sazanka's paintings appear in LA. I'm talking about the leader of the construction unit of Team Ginga. With Dialga at the climax in LA. With Palkia appearing, something abnormal has happened in the Jade Sky. You can't tell whether it's day or night anymore, right? These two started fighting. The main character calls it Akakuzari. I used an item to quell it. I witnessed it from Kotobuki village in LA. Sazanka painted it. If a person who knows nothing about the future looks at this picture, all you have to do is think of something. This must have been a picture she painted for the future. The picture of that scene is a break in space and time, right? Ah, that's right. And then, time flows in the opposite direction of the previous increase in power. I'll go back a long time picture? What do you mean? At Yasuga City in DP. It's called a Buka no Tadamono. It's like a strange church. There's a building. When I entered the building, the background music disappeared. There is a vast space with no events at all. WY, as a horror spot in the Pokemon world on the internet. Seems like it's known. Well, that's what Sazanka's painting is all about. What the hell does that have to do with anything? In fact, at the very back of quite a few buildings, decorated with large paintings, something was shining on the top of Mount Tengen, and the sky was. It is depicted vibrating a lot. Wait, maybe that's true. Ah, this painting is actually a Sasankwa. It was a picture I drew at the time. ! Quote. I never expected that mysterious building in Jade region from DP. I can't believe we were connected. ! Quote. This blew my mind. Sazanka's painting is just as she wished. It was passed down to future generations. First op, next, about the first op. Let me explain. It's so nostalgic. I can still remember it. This is the video that plays when you start the first generation Red-Green. The scene where Gengar and Nidorino battle. There is, but the trainers of these Pokemon are, with Dr. Oak, who has been familiar since the first generation. Kakuko is one of the 4 heavenly kings of Kanto. It was discovered in Pokemon Masters. That's right. What kind of relationship do these two people have? It was Oak one day in Pokémon. One day, a story called Kakuko. You can find out by watching the episode. Okido, who was popular from that time. I was worried about Kakuko, who was always alone. I heard you called out to me many times. That's how the two of you met. Kakuko is confident in such Okido. Apparently they were trying to silence me with a Pokemon match. Okido is stronger than Kakuko imagined. Before I knew it, I was beside Kakuko. You can often see Oaks. It seems like it happened. It's great that we became friends from there. Gradually, Kakuko also falls in love with Okido. It started to open up. Because what we aim for in the future is different. Little by little we pass each other. Due to different ideas about Pokemon, the two seem to have become estranged. I wonder if the Doctor and the 4 Heavenly Kings have different ideas. However, with this Pokemon, the two will have another battle. The Pokemon they brought out in that battle were. It was Nidorino and Gengar. I collected it here. From this the first op is. It's a video of their fight. It became clear. Looks like it took a long time to recover the foreshadowing. As someone who played the first generation, it was a hint that the tension was rising. The true identity of the champion. The last thing I will explain is the true identity of the champion. It's on. Which champion is this? Actually, it appears in the downloadable content of SV. A character called Suguri. There's talk that he's a champion. Yeah, no way. On the back of my older sister Zyle-chan. A child who seems to be hiding. Quote. That's right. In Suguri, the main character goes to Kitakami village. By doing this, we will become friends. Blueberry Gakuins in the preview PV. Looks like a Blueberry League champion. When the person appeared, it turned out to be a current. He was wearing something that looked very similar to gloves. It's red, right? You can definitely check it out in the video. For this reason, currents are. Isn't he the Blueberry League champion? And it seems to be a hot topic on the internet. I'd be surprised if that's really the case. Even in the official picture of the second part, the indigo disc, only currents are shown. I can't see your face because my back is turned. Also the belt of the waist bag that is tied around the waist. Be similar, considering that the collar of the jacket is visible. There is a strong possibility that he will be the champion. This is downloadable content. It feels like foreshadowing is being recovered. Moreover, in the official video, he gives off a disturbing atmosphere. Also from the fact that it is exuding. The first part ends with a bad ending, and until the second part. It is said that it may drag. In other words, there is also a theory of darkness. That's right. In fact, there are many dark rumors on the internet, even downloadable content. Like the main story, it has a very deep story. It is believed that it's a completely adult scenario. I think children will enjoy it as well. The content will probably touch the hearts of adults. I want to know the truth as soon as possible. This time, I will talk about the foreshadowing that will give you goosebumps. I've explained it to you, but how was Reimu? I was surprised that there was a foreshadowing that I didn't know about. Pokémon has a lot of foreshadowing. It's hidden. There are other foreshadowings besides what I talked about this time. Looks like it's stretched. If you'd like, here's a foreshadowing that everyone knows. Let me know in the comments. Please give us a high rating and subscribe to our channel. Well then, thank you for watching.